Hello and welcome to the Watch News channel. I'm Nick and this is the Seestern S434 in blue and gold. Got a nice blue dial, blue ceramic bezel. Very nice. So this watch can be considered a homage of the Glashütte SeaQ range. I've also seen quite a few people say that they think it's homage in the Wolbrook Sea Diver as well. But we'll get into that a bit later on. If you're new to the channel, well, hello, come on in, take a seat. Always nice to have new people in. If you're a returning subscriber, it's nice to see you. And wait a minute, hey, you lost weight. So I review and talk about watches on the channel. I tend to upload once a month. That's because I've got a full-time job. This is a hobby, and also I can't afford to be buying tons of watches. Some of the reviewers, they can get a lot in. Unfortunately, I'm a sort of one in, one out kind of guy. But I hope you enjoy my reviews, and if you do, then please like and subscribe and join me again. As this is a hobby, I'm not affiliated with any brands or anything like that, so all my views and opinions are my own. For transparency, I am an AliExpress affiliate, so there will be affiliate links in the description for watches I talk about on the channel, but they are just to support the channel, to help me purchase other watches. They're no direct link to the brand, if you see what I mean. And if there ever was, I would, of course, put up the banner that says that there's a link, and I'll mention it in the video. So as soon as I saw this watch, I knew I had to get it, primarily because of the price. It's $200 when I bought it. I think it's cheaper now, for a stainless steel watch on bracelet with sapphire crystal, 200 meters water resistance, and wait for it, on the fly adjustment. On the fly adjustment. $200. Also, it's a bit of a looker. So what's the catch? Well, let's have a closer look and see if we can find one. Okay, so starting off, let's have a look at what you get if you're buying one of these from Seestern. You're getting the good old solid plastic case, which, although, is not much of a box, it protects your watch perfectly to get it to you. That's what matters, isn't it? So it's got the foam lining, and there's the watch, and they sent me the wrong color? Oh, I don't know, maybe. We've got, what's this? Oh, spare screws for the links. Interesting. And we've got a extra strap. That's nice. Oh, looks okay too. We'll have a look at that a bit later. We get a screwdriver for the screwed links. Nice that they've included that. Always nice to have an extra screwdriver. We've got manual. Typical stuff in the manual, how to set the time if you've never set a time on a watch before. And you got the Seestern SeaQ and Seestern as part of the group there. And we got a warranty card. Is it signed? No, it's not. Unsigned warranty card, but it's an international warranty of 1 year from the purchase date. So I've got the blue and gold, but it does come in black and gold, green, blue, and plain black as well. So on to the measurements now. So the Seestern S434 is powered by the SeaQ NH35. We've got a case of 316L stainless steel in the size of 39mm. The bezel does overhang slightly, so it does wear more like a 40. As you see there, 39.4 on the calipers. It does wear quite large anyway, this watch, but it does fit well within the wrist. You've got a thickness of 13mm with the crystal, 12mm without. It's a domed sapphire crystal with inner blue AR. You've got a lug-to-lug of 45mm, lug width of 20mm. Weighs about 143 grams, all links on the bracelet. The bracelet tapers down from 20mm to around 16, and then it's 18mm at the clasp. You've got 200 meters water resistance, and you've got BGW9 powering the hands, indexes, numerals, and then a fully loomed ceramic bezel insert as well. And the weight of the watch, with all links included, is about 143 grams. So let's get the watch out the package, shall we, and have a good look at it. Now, looking through here, I'm wondering if they've sent me the black and gold instead of the blue and gold, which is what I ordered. And, oh no, it is the blue and gold. Oh, right, it's a really deep, dark blue that, I'm not sure if it's coming up well on the camera there. It's a really deep, dark blue that almost looks black out of the light. So that's interesting. So it looked a bit different on the website. Okay. So we've got a lot of stickers and wrap on here. So we'll get all of this off, and then I want to have a little talk to you about this sort of watch being a homage, and then we'll have a good look at the watch proper. Oh, last sticker. There it goes. Nice. We've got a very nice looking watch. So this Seestern is likely a homage of the Glashütte SeaQ. Coming from Seestern, I'm guessing they saw one and thought, hey, looks good, let's put one of these out. And that's going to put off a few people because they don't like buying homages. But then there's an interesting point to be made about this one as a homage. As this homage in a design that was well used in the 60s by many brands, such as Hermes, Andre Bouchard, Helbros, Elgin, Avalon, Wolbrook, and also Glashütte themselves, as the SeaQ takes inspiration from the first Glashütte diver's watch, the Spasmatic 200, and that was from 1969. The case has got circular brushing on top of the case with horizontal brush to the side and a chamfer lug to lug, nice chamfer, nice clean line. Nice turn down of the lugs, which helps lessen that 13mm thickness on the wrist. Bracelet then is brushed on top with high polished sides and a chamfer on the clasp, which is fully milled and signed Seestern with the starfish logo. Excellent integration of the bracelet into the lugs with no play, and then it's screwed links. The clasp is 38.9mm long and 18mm wide to accommodate that on-the-fly micro adjust. Gives you around 4 notches, which is about 8mm worth of adjustment, so about the size of a link. It's push to deploy, but it will ratchet back in without the need to push the button. The crown is 5.3mm and really too small for this style of watch. It could have been a few mil bigger. The movement in this is the NH35 and it's running well out of the box, so I've had no issues with it. The hands are gold sword hour hand and then a large arrowhead minute hand. The seconds hand has a loom plot midway down the hand. And then the dial is blue sunburst with printed frame date window and a minute track, and then applied indexes and numerals full of lovely BGW9 loom. Covering that dial is a domed sapphire crystal, slightly domed, with an open case back then, which is mineral. So it's not a sapphire sandwich. We've got sapphire on top and mineral on the back. There is blue AR on the underside of the sapphire crystal, and then the bezel is a glossy, fully loomed ceramic bezel with a triangular loom plot at 12. So lovely bezel action on this watch, and the crown action is really good as well for an NH35. Feels really nice. Only problem is it's slightly bit small in the hand. It just feels small as well. Not only does it look small compared to the size of the watch, it feels small, so it's a little fiddly, but not too bad because there's no crown guards. The crown does screw in nicely on that thread, so there's hit and miss with the crown really. It just needed to be that couple of mil bigger, I think. So here's the watch on my 6.75-inch wrist. Wears rather well, don't you think? Out in the sunshine here, you can see the sun really bouncing off that sunburst dial and that glossy blue ceramic bezel. You'd think that this would be quite blingy, but I don't feel it. It doesn't feel super blingy to me on wrist. I think it's quite done, subtly done, the gold, being around the edge of the bezel. It's all right. Depends on your taste. All right, loom test now. So the Seestern's got good loom. I've got it here up against the Chronos from my last video, and I've filmed over 10 minutes, which is about 6 hours human eye time. And the Seestern not only holds up against the Chronos, but I say beats it. The most important elements, the hands and the indexes and that loom pip at the 12 are all still very visible at the end of the test. So well done, Seestern, you put some good loom on there. That extra strap that came with the watch was actually really nice. It's a bit elasticated. It's a two-piece with quick release spring bars. It's very nice. So I've got it here as well on a Seestern rubber strap, which I had from another watch, and yeah, you know, looks good. May look better on the non-gold versions though. Okay, we've come to the part of the video now where we talk about the good, the bad, and maybe ugly. Quality of the dial, quality of the case, the overall watch is superb. Bracelet integration into the lugs, excellent. A quality two-piece fabric strap supplied as well. It's really nice. It's got quick release spring bars, and it's got a bit of a sort of stretch to it. It's really good. Extra screws supplied in case you mess up your screws trying to resize the bracelet and the screwdriver. That's really good. And the loom is excellent on this watch. Very well done. What I don't like, the crown is too small for the size of the watch. It could be a mil bigger. I think a mil bigger and it would have been fine. Could be a bit more AR maybe. It's got blue AR and seems to have plenty of it, but I don't know, at certain angles I'm getting that wash out again. So I'm thinking that blue AR tends to wash out because I have never seen it on clear. So I would have preferred maybe clear AR. Unfortunately, I can't quite get the fit I'd like on my 6.75 inch wrist, even with the micro adjustment, with the on-the-fly adjustment. It's either slightly too tight with 3 links removed or slightly too loose with 2 links removed. It's summer where I am at the moment, so in the winter this won't be an issue when my wrist shrinks, so I just think I've been unlucky this time. And the NH35 pinion height has meant the dial has to be quite far away from the crystal, giving it quite a bit of depth, which, I don't know, I just don't like it personally on this watch. I don't know why. Usually I don't mind, but I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it'd be nicer if it was a bit closer to the crystal. But otherwise, excellent construction, excellent watch. Well done, Seestern. All right, before we finish up, I just want to talk about Wolbrook again, as the Seestern could be considered as direct competition to Wolbrook as well as the San Martin. As Wolbrook is considered an affordable watch at $440 on a rubber strap, and it's been reviewed and advertised by many of the big name watch reviewers such as Worn & Wound and Fratello. I'd just like you to consider this. So on one hand, you have a brand that was established in 1949. It ran for 20 years, but then was killed off due to the quartz crisis. The brand is then re-established in 2019, but the new owners have no ties to the previous brand. They've bought the IP to use and are selling your watch based on that original company's designs. Now they're utilizing a Chinese-made case, parts, and a Japanese Miyota 8315 to power it. It's assembled in France, and it's going to cost you $440, £350 on rubber strap direct from the brand. On the other hand, then, you have a brand that was established roughly around 2021, but they say that they have been in the watch game for 10 years or so under different names, and they are selling you a watch that is utilizing a Chinese-made case, parts, a Japanese SeaQ NH35 to power it. And this watch is assembled in China, and it's going to cost you $200, £160, but that's on bracelet. Now my question to you is this: is the brand selling what is essentially a Chinese-made watch really worth $240 more for it to be assembled in France and have heritage? Now, I've got nothing against brands being brought back to life. One of my favorite brands and a grail watch for me is Fears, the grail being the Fears Brunswick in copper. Fears is one of the oldest British watch brands, having been established in 1846 by Edwin Fear. It was then closed in 1976 due in part to the quartz crisis, and was then re-established in 2016. But it was re-established by Edwin Fear's great-great-great-grandson, Nicholas Bowman Scargill. And not only is he the great-great-great-grandson of the original founder, he has watch pedigree chops of his own, having worked as an apprentice watchmaker for Rolex. And being a true family member, he has those family ties, as well as access to the back catalogue. So for me, that is a continuation of heritage. And I personally feel the brand can say it dates back to 1846. Whereas with Wolbrook and other brands of that nature, I'm not so sure. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for sticking to the end of this video. Hey, well done. Please let me know in the comments what you think of the Seestern S434. Is it one you're going to be picking up? And also, let me know what you think of Wolbrook and other similar brands that are using sort of past glories to sell their watches. Or do you feel that that heritage is valid? You know, that if you buy that name, you get to use the heritage. Let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. It would be very much appreciated. There are also affiliate links for the Seestern and any other watches that I've talked about in this video. If you can use those, it really does help the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does put a couple of bucks in the old AliExpress account to be able to buy some more watches to review. So if you do like the channel and you'd like to see more from me, if you'd like to see more content, more regular content, it'd be great if you could support me via the Patreon page. The link's in the description. So thanks again for joining me for this review. I again hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, give me some feedback. You know, I'm all for constructive feedback. Let me know in the comments, or just bask me in glory if that's what you want to do as well. But anyway, yeah. No, thanks again, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.